Hello everybody, it's Diana again. I'm going to do a little get ready with me, but really my main focus of this video is to talk to you guys about online shopping, my thoughts of it, whether I do or don't, or when I do, what I buy. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. But I am going to try either some new makeup, some makeup I haven't used much, makeup I haven't used in a long time, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens while we're talking about online shopping. So sit back, grab a little something to drink, and away we go. First product I'm going to use is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I just got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't think I've ever used Cover FX anything before, so it's kind of like brownish. Okay. It kind of has a minty scent to it. It's not too bad. It's not like a super strong mint. Almost like, have you ever used like Sensodyne before? Kind of like that. Not like minty mint, but I don't know, like Fix-It or something mint, you know? Kind of that really medicinal, I don't know, mint, whatever. So yeah, online shopping. Now, online shopping is really anything you buy online. A lot of people have like Amazon accounts. A lot of people, okay. A lot of people have Amazon accounts. A lot of people buy stuff, you know, from Sephora, Ulta.com, Beautylish, you know, brands' own websites. People will get subscription boxes online for various things like Loot Crate, Birchbox, BoxyCharm, you know, things like that. You know, it runs the gamut. You can get things off Target. You can order food online and have it delivered to your house. You can get your groceries sent to you. You literally never have to leave your house, which I know for some people, super appealing. But for me, although there is the appeal in, you know, never leaving your house and having things brought to you, there are other issues at hand. One of them would be, I think, first and foremost for me, and I think it should be on people's minds when they're ordering online, is internet security. You know, most of the time, I don't have a PayPal account. I think that's one way to keep yourself relatively secure if you are buying online. I don't think, and I may be wrong, that everyone takes PayPal. I think a lot of places do, but not everyone. So that's something to consider as well. I do think for online security, PayPal is probably the best way to go, or if you have gift cards, hopefully you didn't buy the gift cards online. I think that's a good way too, because the money's already there, and nobody's getting your personal information, hopefully. I think they might still be able to technically, if they hacked or whatever, get your information through PayPal. Again, I don't have a PayPal, so I'm not really sure. I've looked into it before. I think most time PayPal started because people were buying and selling stuff on eBay, and I believe on eBay that's the only way you can do it. Now, I've never bought anything again on eBay either. I have bought few things online in my life. I have like gone through a Pizza Hut or a Domino's app or other apps like that, and, you know, bought food online that was delivered to my house. I have ordered a couple of things through Amazon, although again, online security, Amazon isn't going to give out your information per se, but you know, you go in and a lot of it's through third parties. It's not actually through Amazon themselves. Amazon is just kind of the leeway in between. I'm sniffing things because some of these things I've never tried before, so we're just going to see how it goes. So, you know, there's that or whatever with Amazon. And, you know, I've bought some other random things here and there. kind of in my life or whatever. That's not bad. It's a good consistency. Okay. So obviously there's lots of different places and ways online to do it. And you should be really wary if you do give like your regular credit card info. If you're going through a, not a big name, like if you're not going through Target or you're not going through Amazon or, a big box company. And by big box, I mean, like the Targets and Best Buy and stuff like that. If you're not going through a big company, there's more of a chance that someone could try to steal your information, steal your account numbers, all that jazz. So I think it's kind of scary. That's kind of my biggest reasoning for not buying a lot online is security. I don't have tons of money, and if someone takes it, I'm SOL. And I don't want to be SOL. I have a family. So I think that that's like one big reason, or the main reason why I don't really buy stuff online. The next reason why I don't buy stuff online is immediacy. I know we live in a day and age where I could probably have a lot of stuff shipped overnight, which is nice and everything. But I also think, if I want something, I want it like right now. And if I can't have it right now, then forget it. So if I can't go and get toilet paper from the store or find a movie I want to buy or a figurine, I don't want it. But also there's kind of fun in the hunt. Like, you've earned this. You found this today. I was kind of hunting for a marble pop, or a pop, sorry, I call them marble pops with my son. A pop figurine, and it was Nick Jacoby from the Netflix movie Bright with Will Smith in it. He's the orc partner, and I love his character, and I love that movie. And I saw the pop one time at a Target, I think, and I thought, oh, I'll probably see it again, and then I didn't see it. I didn't see it forever. I kept looking every time we went. It was always on my mind. Now, I could have easily. I don't think you can off Funko Pop anymore. You used to be able to when they kind of first started. But you could go on like Hot Topics website or whatever and find it and easily purchase it and then wait for it. Well, for me, where's the fun in that? I finally found him again today at Target after weeks of re-looking. And it was like this big ordeal. Like, I was so excited. I'm still excited about it. I'll eventually probably put him up here with some of my other guys. I have tons of pops. This is nowhere near anything of what I have. Oh, that's pretty nice. But for me, it was like the excitement of the hunt and finding it and being like, yes, this is mine. So, buying something online just doesn't give me that fucking thrill, okay? It might give other people the thrill. And yeah, then you're like sitting there hunting and searching, and maybe I could have found it cheaper. But I don't care. This is what I wanted. So this is what I got. And it was beyond exciting and thrilling to find it. And it was like, oh my God, the hunt is over. I got what I wanted. And then too, like, hey, I really want this. Not like hot in the moment. Although, if I find something in the store like that, maybe I didn't know it existed, which when I first saw it, I did not know that even existed. And I was interested in it, sure, but I was kind of like, like I said, oh, I'm sure it'll be around. I'll find it again. But a lot of the time with pops and everything, kind of once they're gone, they're gone. So you would have to probably order it online. But again, if I couldn't find it again and I didn't come across it, maybe it was never meant to be. So there's that. There's also the element of, now I know it's very exciting to like get to have things at your house or ordered straight to your house and you don't have to worry about it, or whatever. But I do think that there is a goodness in human interaction, even if you're just relatively around people. Plus, it gets you out of your house and you're moving around, especially in like the colder months when in Minnesota. Now, if you live in another state, I'm sure you have cold moments, even if you are in California or Mexico or wherever. There's cold and warm months relative. I lived in Florida for 3 years, and yes, it does not get anywhere near as cold as Minnesota, where I've lived most of my life. But you acclimate. So, you know, what is cold down there is not as cold as up here, but you acclimate so that your body is like, oh shit, it's fucking cold season now, and I'm over it, and whatever. So, you know, cold is cold. It's all fucking relative. But yeah, whenever you have like the cold months, a lot of people don't want to like get out and bike or walk or do anything outside, or at least for a long period of time, especially in the cold climates. So it's nice to be like, oh, going to Target, gonna have a run, gonna go walk around the mall. And maybe you're not looking for something particular, but that's kind of where the fun happens. Like, doesn't mean you have to buy something, but it means you might find something that you want to found online. And I don't want to sit in front of it. Like, I'm already on a screen all day anyway. Not necessarily at work, but I mean, when you're ringing people up. But there is something to be said about the human experience, right? So we're on our phone like this all fucking day. Even at home, you have the TV on. You're on your phone. You're looking at shit. And I do think fucking getting off the phone, even for an hour of your life, is totally worth it. So I say, yeah, do it up. And who cares if you end up buying something? But yeah, I don't want to sit through and go on Sephora's fucking website and sift through all the sale shit, which I have done in the past, and just sift and sift and sift and hope you find something. To me, that's not like a hunt. That's not fun at all. Actually, it becomes really fucking tiresome. So for me, I'm not excited about that. But I am excited, like, if I'm just walking around the mall, I wasn't thinking about something, and then I see, like, an amazing shirt, or a cool new pop, or, you know, makeup at Ulta that I hadn't really been on my radar, but now I get to see it. Which brings me to my next point. I hate buying, like, I can't buy from makeup companies. Like, I could buy a movie online. Like, I know I'm going to love Lord of the Rings or something. Old movie. I know. I do love that movie. But I know that if I didn't already own it, I would love it. And if I saw a sweet deal, I would probably have, like, jumped at that. So, you know, that's something that, or a book or something, that if I saw it and I wanted to buy it online, I wouldn't think twice about it. And I'd be like, yeah, you know, or if it's like an old book or old movie that I've loved since I was little and I'm looking for it. And most places don't sell old books and movies anymore unless you go to like half price books. And then again, you know, it's digging. And if that's something you really want and you've really been hunting for it for a while, like, go ahead and order it online, whatever. But like makeup, okay, here's my issue. Like, yes, I did the review on the Kat Von D palette, but I bought it at Sephora in a JCPenney's. Walked in, bought it, walked out, made the video. Made a decision if it was something I was even interested in before I bought it. Didn't think about making the video when I bought it. Thought, this is something I wanted. When I brought it home, my boyfriend goes, make your fucking video. Cool. Got a shit ton of hits. Awesome. That was not the reasoning behind purchasing, which would never be the reason behind purchasing anything. I want to actually be interested in something. To be actually interested in something. Now, I know I'm going to order, and already did order, the new Avengers Infinity War makeup from Besame. Now, I've seen Besame stuff in store because I live in a state that has a mall called Mall of America. Now, Mall of America has stores where there may not be stores anywhere else because they kind of test it out there to see if they'll work. I'm sure they do the same thing with stores in California. If it works there, they'll try them as like stores wherever else. So Mall of America has lots of stores come in and out. They have like an actual NYX store there. So they have like all the NYX products, you know, stuff like that. So if you want to go see something, you can. And I think with makeup especially, you need to go see it. You need to touch it. I hate returning stuff. I feel so bad. And if I bought it, like, I'm going to keep it. Even if I didn't like it. Even if I was like, I mean, this came in a BoxyCharm. It's not my favorite. I put the highlight on today, which actually doesn't look that bad. It's relatively subtle on my face. So I'm kind of cool with that. Sometimes you don't want to pop and highlight. But, you know, a lot of makeup, like when I bought this little Smashbox guy, if I hadn't been in store to swatch it or see it in person, I probably wouldn't have been interested. And even if I was, I might have gone, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. So, you know, even when I got recently that I used today for the first time this Makeup Revolution concealer, which has been on the internet for a long time, I've just kind of been going through other concealers before I tried it, but I figured, fuck it, tonight we'll try it. So I did. And so far, so good. I mean, it's pretty nice. But I've liked other Makeup Revolution stuff. But it was, that finally came to Ulta, so I got to test out, swatch it, see what I thought would look good on me. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. But, you know, it made me feel better about my purchase overall. And like with any makeup, like, you just don't know, you know? And some of it doesn't, some places don't do returns, or, you know, only if it's damaged. So what are you going to do? Damage your product so you can return it, and then they probably just exchange it for another product of the same anyway? I don't know. I haven't returned. Plus, returning stuff online is a hassle. Let's say I ordered it from Sephora.com. I don't even know if I wanted to, if I could even, you know, return it like in store or whatever. Like they might be like, no, you have to return it online. Most places that I've ever worked at, if you bought it online, you can't return it in the store. And that has to do with like inventory and shrink, and I get it. But an average consumer who has either never worked in retail or casually buys things online, you know, whatever, they don't worry about or care about that thing. They just want their money back and stuff. Well, you know, to that I say, why don't you just go to the store in the first place and see if they had it, or call them, and then, you know, whatever. But I get it, it's a convenience thing, and maybe they don't have what you wanted in store right away, so you're just trying to make it happen. You know, I don't know. So yeah, especially with like makeup, I really think it's super important that you get to go take a look at that yourself. Because you just don't know. You don't know if you'll like it. You don't know, you know, if it's something you're going to want all the time. And that's a big reason why some brands I've never tried, and I probably won't for a really long time unless someone buys it for me. Like, I'm really interested in Makeup Geek, so I'm excited they're coming to Target so I can at least try one or two of their things. Same with Colored Rain. I know they have other brands coming. I don't think they have their full lines. It'll just be kind of rando. But I think that's super cool because now I can try stuff and decide if it's something I really want to buy. Because again, my opinion on makeup or color selection or whatever might be different from someone. And I'm really not interested in that Queen of Hearts Colored Rain palette. I don't think the coloring, yeah, I don't know what I was trying to do there, but it didn't work out very well. I don't think the coloring on that really speaks to me. But if I saw it in person, I might change my mind. Like, I might be like, oh shit, that's beautiful, you know? And otherwise, I wouldn't have even cared about it. Because I'm not really into those colors for the most part. And a lot of those, between my palettes, I can really, you know, not necessarily dupe, but get close enough. You know, if I really wanted to make some of those looks or whatever. Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. Another big reason why I don't shop online, and you know, if you do shop online, there's nothing wrong with that. And I have broken my own whatever about shopping online. Like, I have shopped a little bit online in my life, and more so recently because I'm like, get over yourself, you could do it. It's not that big of a deal. But, yeah, I don't know, like, I guess one of the things about online is, again, like, I want it today, but, and this does not apply to everyone, for sure. I live in an area, in a city called St. Paul, Minnesota. It is the capital. But I live in an area where it is not unheard of that people will steal your boxes off your porch. Now, that happens a lot during Christmas time in my area. Like, I always see stuff in like the Facebook news feeds of people that live around here saying that that's like happened to them. And I feel bad, you know, like who wants their Christmas package or their delivery of diapers from Amazon or whatever to be taken by somebody? And usually, you know, that's not a huge concern because there's two of us home, or one of us home, sorry, not two of us home at like all times. So it's not the hugest concern, although UPS, the mail, you know, the post office, and FedEx do not always knock on the door even when we're home, even with all the lights on, even with the TV on or whatever. Like they don't. And that's so annoying to me. And we had an incident. We have like a VR system for video games, virtual reality or whatever. And somebody, one of our controllers, there's two hand controllers. One of the controllers, like, got broken or part of it wasn't working. And we bought it through, like, a second party vendor, kind of like Amazon, to get it. But you have to return it to HTC for them to, like, fix it or look at it or whatever or give you a new one. So we sent it out. They said they got it. You know, 4 or 5 months later, they're like, oh yeah, we sent it back to you. Well, you never told us you were sending it back to us, so I don't believe them, number one. And number two, you never gave us shipping info or anything in an email, in a phone call, nothing. So, you know, we didn't know what was going on. Where was it? We assumed they were still working on it or had lost it because you can't actually call and talk to anyone. It's all through like email, texting, and all that jazz. And like nobody will get back to you or in a timely fashion. So apparently they had sent it back to us and we never got it, and I don't think they actually sent it, and there's, you know, whatever. So they're not going to do anything. So we had to go and buy another one, which great. Had we known this before, we would have bought our new one like so much earlier, not sat and waited. Oh, this eyeliner is for shit. Sat and waited for months just trying to figure out what was going on. They're like, oh no, we sent it to you. No, you didn't. So then we had to spend like another $150 just so we can play games on a system that already cost like $800. No, we didn't pay for it all at once. I'm not that rich. But it's very frustrating. And so, as you can imagine, so maybe in some realm of the world, they actually did give it to us. And I don't think they ever did. Well, unfortunately, maybe somebody took it off our porch and then they realized this is something I can't do anything with and probably dumped it somewhere or just threw it away. Like a $150 fucking handset. Awesome, world. Thank you. So this is, you know, where I live. I'm sure this happens in like nicer neighborhoods, small towns, suburbs. You know, I do live in an urban community, but that doesn't mean that people are necessarily bad, because I've never really had issues. But someone definitely could have taken it off of our porch. Or like I think, HTC just fucked us and conned us into buying more shit. Because if you read online about anything, you know, nobody has good fucking repertoire with them or good service, like, you know, whatever. Like, they should have at least sent us a new one or something, or said, here's like a $50 credit to getting a new one because, you know, whatever. Like, we didn't scam them. I can't sit here and play my game, you know, without two handsets. So we're sitting here for months not playing anything. So stupid. I don't know. I'm just beyond frustrated with that, but you just got to get over it. So that's another thing. You might live in an area where, like, people will take your packages. Or if you go on vacation, like, what if your package just fucking shows up? So you got to think about, like, ordering and, you know, when to do all that stuff. And whatever. So, you know, that's another big thing about me ordering online that I don't like doing. Like, is it going to fit in the mailbox when I order it? Now I know if you have like a post office box, you could have stuff mailed there. If you have, you know, someone who lives in another town, that's whatever. But I don't want to constantly harass people and be like, oh, can I have something mailed to your house so that I don't have to worry about it? Like, that seems so stupid. Luckily, like, BoxyCharm fits in my mailbox, so that's really nice. Maybe one day I'll get a post office box. At this point, I don't need one, so I'm not going to waste all that money. I mean, that is an option for sure. And so if you have something like that, maybe that's not a concern of yours. But yeah, online ordering, I think people take it too far and just like order too much stuff. And I think, you know, us as consumers, like, clearly I order what I want. Like, I treat myself if I want. I'm like, you know what? You deserve it. You work hard, whatever. But I do think that some of the consumerism goes a little too far, you know, and online ordering has brought that about. It's also killed retailers, or is killing retailers. If you haven't noticed, over the past, you know, 5-10 years, malls are dying. I mean, they've been dying, which isn't such a horrible thing, but not all of us, including myself, want to go and travel to like 12 different places to get stuff. Okay? So online definitely has, you know, made it easier for people to get everything in one place and just sent to their house, which is great for some aspects, I suppose. It's not horrible. But I think, like, oh yeah, citrus. But it's killing people. And for me, like, this is kind of what I've been having a job most of my life, is in food or retail. Now, clearly restaurants aren't completely dying. People are kind of just choosing to go in different directions with restaurants, or cooking more at home, or doing something like Go Fresh, again, delivered to their house, or Hello Fresh. Sorry. But online ordering is killing retailers, and it's killing jobs in America. Granted, a lot of these are like big box places nobody cares about, but like, if you want to keep Sephora alive, you can't just order online. If you want to keep Target alive, you can't just order online. You actually have to go into the stores. Like, and this is too why places are understaffed and don't have enough people to help, is because everyone's ordering online. So they can't afford to keep the lights on and staff everyone and be open the whole day. There are some things I think retailers could do. Shorter hours. Maybe not be open Sundays and Mondays anymore. Maybe they're open Tuesday, or, you know, or maybe they're not open Monday, Tuesdays. Okay? Like any retailer. Let's go crazy. Let's do it, you know? I don't think retailers should be open on holidays. I think everyone deserves a fucking day off. And like, Black Friday is ridiculous. I think we should consider that a holiday for retail as well. It is ridiculous. You're not getting that good of deals. And like, to have someone spend time with their family and then have to leave their family because you want to shop, you go fuck yourself. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, so I'm going to keep shopping in stores and supporting the big box and the little people. The nice thing about the big box is, yeah, you do get a deal if you go into like Target. Not always on stuff, but you do. Whereas sometimes if you go into the mom and pop shops, they might not have things you're looking for, or it's very specialized, or the prices are really high because of that. So these are just my thoughts about online shopping. You may not share them. You might. I hope it's made you think a little bit about online shopping and about kind of the impact, or maybe reasons why people do or don't. I tend not to whenever I can. But yeah, so I hope you had a little fun. I hope you don't hate me too much. Please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.